What's up? How y'all doing today? This your girl Bernicia. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing well today. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so first off, I want to talk about J.O. Now, if you guys have been keeping up with Baddies, you know that newbie replacement J.O. has left Baddies, okay? So when she left Baddies, in her confessional, she said that she left because of, she got a call from her brother and something happened with her family.
My overall experience was awesome, great. I would love to be back again. But my brother called me when problem back home. From this season, I took away, all bitches got different personalities, it don't matter. Like, at the end of the day, all you bitches need to do is remain true to yourself. Do not be a follower, always be yourself. And to my fans out there, y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know JL's gonna do her big one. Y'all know I do not come to play. I do not be faking. Y'all know I'm setting on business. And then for the other fans that don't like me, fuck you, bitch.
And so she needed to leave, okay? But as it turns out, that is not the case, okay? So recently, Diamond, Nunu, and a few other people on a live, okay? And so Diamond asked her about, the real reason that J.O. left, okay?
Before you finish that story, is it true that the reason why J.O. had to go home is because Meatball threatened to leave if J.O. didn't go home?
Yes. I heard she was like crashing the fuck out. Like she was saying she was gonna herself, damn self. I heard seeing all kind of shit. Like they said she was in the house like crying. All of us, they seen you, time to be ready, shit like that, whatever. So when we're getting in the car, I think she calls and I'm like, I see her on FaceTime. I'm like, girl, why is you not downstairs? She like, well, I got a text message that it was a dark day. And I'm like, okay, how you get a dark day? So then that's when it started from there. So even I guess, J.O. probably didn't say it in her confessional, but she didn't leave because somebody called her. She left because Meatball kind of like whatever she was doing over there, kind of like they didn't want her to go over there and things like that. So I mean
According to Nunu, that it's true that J.O. left because Meatball had threatened to stab her. Now, this has caused a lot of chaos on the internet because people are saying that this isn't fair, all right? But if you guys remember, if you watched the last episode of Baddies, this scene right here.
Basements or whatever the fuck they are. It's coming in. Oh.
Yeah, type shit.
Oh. Me. Did you get zoom in on that?
What no, that's going.
No.
I don't fuck now.
And when I spoke on this scene, I said specifically that Meatball seemed real pressed, okay? And I didn't, mind you, I had no idea of the real reason that J.O. had left the show at that point, okay? But I called it out. I said it. I said that Meatball seemed real pressed. I said there's no reason to, basically carry on like that if you don't feel some type of way about the newbies. But at the time, it didn't dawn on me that the newbie that she felt some type of way about was actually Big Kiva. I mean, not Big Kiva, but J.O. Okay, so I had to run it back a little bit and watch the episode where they were at the beach and the newbies came and set it off at the beach. Okay, J.O. put them paws on Meatball, and Meatball didn't want to face J.O. again. So basically, at this point, Natalie had got to the point where she wanted to bring the newbies in, and Meatball threw a bitch fit saying that she was going to allegedly stab herself, stab the newbies. She was crying, saying that she was going to leave the show. And Zeus decided to keep Meatball and send J.O. home. But what I don't understand is why send home the person who's being threatened?
Now, see, let's use our brain.
Well, we are.
It simply just does not make sense. Okay. And just like I had this thought, a lot of people had this thought.
Now, y'all know I love me some Meatball, but I feel like the whole thing with her and J.O. is really weird on Zeus' part. Because if Meatball was threatening to J.O., why did J.O. have to leave? Y'all should have took the threat away. And Meatball, why you being scary like that? All that girl, if anything, that girl was just gonna fight you. You that scared of her beating you up that you tried to stab her? And the fact that they tried to play it like J.O. had to leave because of her brother who's in jail, it really doesn't make sense. And if you go re-listen to her exiting, like her last few sentences, they edited that together. She didn't say what they made her say, basically. It was pieced together. And the fact that none of the baddies thought that was weird, but they got on Gretchen for biting Jayla, but not for Meatball trying to stab somebody because she didn't want to fight them. And if that was the case, they could have just set them down and said, okay, J.O., under any circumstances, you cannot fight Meatball because Meatball doesn't want to fight you. Why would you automatically go to trying to stab this girl? And the fact that Zeus edited her sentences to make it seem like she was leaving to go see her brother is fucking crazy. I don't care who got more followers, that girl's life was put at risk and y'all should have took away the threat. But y'all kept the threat there and took her away because Meatball got more followers, which is fucking sad.
All right, child. So I agree with you, girl, on that one. It definitely, Meatball should have been the one that was sent home, because who's to say the next person that she want to fight or get into an altercation with, she don't threaten. You know, it's not right to send home J.O. when Meatball was the one who threatened her life. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, I think that Meatball is just scared to fade J.O. So anywho, now that all of this have come to the light, this live that Meatball made some months ago, now it makes a lot of sense, okay? Because I was confused, you know, when I initially saw it, but now it makes a lot of sense. Let's take a walk back in memory lane.
Keep it real with y'all. Like, I ain't really doing this social media back and forth shit. What I'm gonna say is, listen, I ran the movie, you feel what I'm saying? Either it's gonna get played or not. But one thing I'm not gonna do is keep knuckling the same person. It's like, damn, like, just because I said I don't want to fight, that don't mean I'm bitching. I'm just going through real life shit, and I care less about giving you a round 4, a round 5, a round 6. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not on it with you. You feel what I'm saying? At this point, I want to come to a conclusion. Like, damn, like, what's your real beef? Do you know who I really am? Like, this is not what I came on this show for. I came on this shit to get it popping and be lit and show my true colors, not to come on here and knuckle everybody. Why am I knuckling just you and not everybody else? Hello, pay attention. That's because I'm cool and I fuck with everybody else but her. She the only one that don't fuck with me, bro. Wait, I'm just confused. See, everybody don't want me to talk, but now here I am talking, bro. I'm not no bitch. I'm not afraid. I'm on the type of time, like, listen, I'm not about to keep knuckling no same bitch that's trying to get in a house where I'm.
Claire, please. Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
I'll tell you one thing. J.O. put a whooping on Meatball ass that she don't ever want to hit. She don't ever want to feel again, because that motherfucker, from the sounds of it, it sounds like she did everything in her power to make sure that she would not have to be in another scene with J.O. Okay? But here's the thing. J.O. said that she's coming to the reunion, okay? So when she gets to the reunion, like, you're going to have to face her eventually. So I wonder if at this point, if Zeus is going to try to stop J.O. from coming to the reunion as well. I think that would be fucked up and lame as hell, because it's bad enough her time was very limited on the show because Meatball was scared. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because all the girls were fighting. If anybody should have been feeling the kind of ways about stabbing up a bitch or doing some crazy shit, it should have been Gretch. This is why I furthermore respect Gretch, because hands down, she's been everybody's arch nemesis. And it just to show if you a real baddie, okay? A real baddie don't fold under pressure, okay? And Meatball has clearly folded. Not to mention her personality is very mid. I don't really like her. Like from the clips that I've seen of her social media, it seems like she's like a funny person, but I haven't seen the humor on since she's been on the show. In fact, I don't even like the way that she walks around carrying herself. Like I've said before in my previous videos, even before Rolly had all of those surgeries, even though she was a bigger girl, she still put herself together. So it makes no sense why Meatball walks around looking the way that she's looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't even fucking try. At this point, it doesn't matter who has the most followers. It matters about who fits more for this cast, who's better on the show. And as far as I'm concerned, Meatball has displayed some very weird tendencies with her personality. I'm not feeling it. So, guys, just let me know what you think in the comments. Do you guys think that Meatball really is scared of J.O.? Do you guys believe the rumors? So with that being said, moving on, child. So in other news, rapper Kodak Black has been trending this past week. Okay, so recently he decided to give some advice to a group of preteens. I guess they were on a football team, and he came out to kind of like, you know, just share some thoughts and opinions with them. And I want you guys to take a look at this video clip.
None of y'all bigger than Brick T. So. All right, let's go. Let's get the photo. Y'all boys stand up behind y'all. And say no to drugs. They too good. Y'all gonna like it. You go crazy. Just like. And say no to drugs. They too good. Y'all gonna like it. You go crazy. Just like this shit teach y'all discipline and all that good shit. You feel me? Like you gotta go to school, play football. You gotta have your education. Oh man, this is what you learn. Team and brotherhood and all that. You know what team means together, everyone achieve more. All that good shit, you feel me? So we lit. Ain't no one of y'all on my report. How raw y'all live, ain't no one bigger than the team. Oh yeah. So y'all Brick City, ain't none of y'all bigger than Brick City.
Yeah, RJ, I told him about you, RJ.
Lamar Jackson. Lamar.
Yeah, RJ.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, RJ.
Ricky Kodak.
So people had a lot of opinions about his little speech. I want to start off by saying, like, first of all, Kodak, first of all, I get him saying, you know, he said a lot of good things in his little speech. You know, I get him trying to motivate the boys to stick together, you know, the whole teamwork expert. I even get where he was coming from when he was like, you know, say no to drugs. They too good. Y'all gonna like them and go crazy. But I also feel like he didn't put his words correctly, okay? And I feel like he had good intentions, but at the same time, it's like, dude, you ain't even finished your AA, and you out here lecturing to these kids about saying no to drugs. Y'all gonna like them, they gonna make you too crazy. I mean, wow, that was the realest shit that he could have ever said. It is a lot of truth in what he said. However, he's sitting up there with a blunt behind his ear and a bottle in his hand, and he's like, kids don't do drugs.
No!
Wow, that was the realest shit that he could have ever said. It is a lot of truth in what he said. However, he's sitting up there with a blunt behind his ear and a bottle in his hand, and he's like, kids don't do drugs. But you sitting up here perpetuating the same shit that you telling them not to do. I mean, look at these kids' faces. They confused as fuck. They don't know what message you sending. Is you telling them not to do it, or is you telling them to do it? I mean, besides, you don't say y'all gonna like me go crazy, but you standing up there with what appears to be a blunt and some damn alcohol in your hands. I just feel like there's nothing wrong with trying to talk to the youth and trying to get them to deviate from the path and mistakes that you've made. But if you're going to do that, you need to sweep around your own front porch first before you worry about somebody else's yard. And in this case, he needs to get himself fully recovered and stop doing the things that he's doing, and then he can go back and preach to people about not doing drugs and the real diabolical decisions that you make once you're under the influence of drugs. He needs to clean himself up first. Okay, I think that it's crazy he's out here trying to preach, but he's not living right himself. Okay. So with that being said, I hope he understands that he has a lot of influence. You just look at the way that those boys is like eating every word he's saying. He has a lot of influence. And unfortunately, I just feel like he had good intentions, but he just was the wrong messenger. Okay. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Moving on. So before I get out of here, I want to share my thoughts on my favorite couple. They just resurfaced. They've been trending these past couple of days, Serena and Kordell. Okay. So for those of you who don't know who these two individuals are, they are the winning contestants for the 2024 Love Island USA dating show. Okay. Here's the thing. Now, the reason why I even started watching this show, because typically I don't watch dating shows, okay? You know, most of my friends and stuff, when I talk to them about the show, they're like, oh, you know, that shit is fake, you know, da-da-da-da. So, you know, I never really could really get into like a reality dating show. You know what I'm saying? But I had started watching Love Island, the Love Island games. Okay. So I just like, you know, let me check it out. I ain't got shit else to watch. And so from that point on, like, you know, they had one season of Love Island games. It's kind of like a spinoff of the Love Island dating show. Very similar, but sort of different. So anyway, I started watching Love Island game first, and I was just like, you know what? I really like, you know, I like this. It's so, you know, because watching it, the things that the people go through on the show, it's like, it can be very intense. Okay. It ain't nothing like getting to know the ins and out of somebody's relationship. I'm sorry, y'all. I am a nosy bitch. Okay. So, anywho, I started watching the Love Island USA series, and I just fell in love with it. Okay. So I'm not gonna lie, like I binge watched that show every night the episode dropped, bitch. I was right there like, ooh, I can't wait. And in particular for this last season, Serena, Janae, and Leah was my three favorite people on, like, my three favorite women on the show. Okay. As far as the guys concerned, you know, the ones that I find memorable was probably Rob, other than Kordell. And I absolutely loved Serena and Kordell. It was the way, you know, when they first saw each other, it was like they both were wearing lime green. They both was looking good. And then you had Serena was like, hey, Kordell. Like, that shit right there. I saw the chemistry, the potential spark between these two off rip. I just knew that they would be a lasting couple, and I rooted for them the whole entire season. Okay. So fast forward to current. Okay. Well, let's not fast forward to current, because I want to talk a little bit about their journey. Okay. So their journey on the show, it was definitely a slow burn. Okay. Because initially, Serena hadn't really ever dealt with a guy that was like Kordell. Kordell came off at first like kind of like corny, really cute, really goofy, kind of corny dude. Can't really take him serious. Kind of like he had a couple of bells and whistles up there in the top of his head. But ultimately, so, you know, Serena didn't, you know, she didn't really like him at first. And we all saw that, right? But Kordell, he was so consistent. He was just so smitten with Serena. It was just like undeniable. Okay. So like when she started reciprocating those feelings for him and she eventually started to warm up to him, my heart just fell. I just was like, oh my God, like that's it. You know, they're the ones. They're going to win this show. And so, I think shit got real when they got to like the Casa Amor part of the show. You guys really got to get into Love Island. If you're not into Love Island, y'all got to check it out, okay? It's a nice break from all the ratchet shit that, you know, that's on TV these days. But anyway, they got to this Casa Amor part of the show, right? Where basically they put the guys, they separate the guys and the girls, and then they bring in like a whole fresh batch of girls and guys, you know. And it's kind of like the Temptations, because this happens towards the end of the season. So a lot of the couples who are paired up at the, you know, towards the end of the season, they're usually like pretty tight, right? So they throw in these temptations for these people. They spend a few days with these people and they grow connections with the new people. Unfortunately, in this particular season, which made the season epic, damn near all the guys who went to Casa Amor came back with a new girl. All of them, including Kordell. And it was so cringe because Serena had started warming up, you know, liking him at this point, and she was just so nervous and scared that she hadn't shown him enough affection, that, you know, her personality was just, you know, she wasn't a fast type girl, you know what I'm saying? So she just felt like she didn't show him enough and prove enough to him that she liked in him, and she was just so afraid that he would come back with somebody, and he did, okay? There was a young hot thing, Miss Dea. Like, you know, of course the contestants, you could see from outside the show, you can see everything that's happening. The people who they bring in the show were watching the show up until they got brought in as bombshells. Okay, so this girl, she walked in and she seen the friction in their relationship. She walked in and she was straight gunning for Kordell. Okay.
Oh, whoa.
And she did all the things. You deserve to be treated like this. You know how hoes do. You know, like they pick up on some smoke signals, and they just feel like they can go in there and just, baby, I wanna do all the things a girl won't do. I do them for you. Child, that girl came in there and she whipped that thing all on Kordell. Well, not literally, like she didn't literally have sex with him, but shit, she might as well, because she was putting that damn sexy down on his ass, trying to reel him in. So anyway, he brings her back. And the results was crazy, y'all. Like, Serena was not playing with Kordell, you know. And my thing is with Serena that I understood from the jump, because I was raised up in the church. Now, my parents aren't pastors and stuff like her dad, because her dad is a pastor, I believe. My family wasn't like the religious, you know, staples, the staples in the church, but they were church goers, okay? So I understood why she wasn't like out there like that. You know, most of the girls, they were kissing different guys and stuff like that, getting to know people. But, you know, Serena's a church girl, so she came from a Christian family, and of course it's a family show, so she knew that her family would be watching, and she watched her behavior. There's nothing wrong with that. I understood that from the jump, okay, because she kept that same energy with, you know, the other guys. Like, she went on dates with a couple of other guys, and she wouldn't kiss them and do all this extra shit with them. She just kept that same, you know, I'm gonna show you interest, but I'm not gonna just throw myself at you kind of situation. And in these days, a lot of people just don't know, like, that is the most respectable way to go. And unfortunately, because we're in a whole culture, that people, a lot of viewers and some of the people on the show, including the guys, they were thinking like, you know, Serena is not into him, you know, that the relationship wasn't going to work because he was doing way too much for her and she wasn't giving back to him. And I can understand, like, you know, like I said, I understand her, and not just because she's a slow burner or she's a church girl. It's just like, you know, she's been through relationship issues before. She didn't want to throw herself out there too fast. Okay. And mind you, everybody knew, you know, at a certain point in the show that he was Odell Beckham's little brother. And mind you, Odell Beckham's is no little deal. He's a big dude out here, like, you know, multi-millionaire, very famous, very popular. And Kordell had said it before that a lot of women gravitated towards him because he was the younger brother of a very, very famous football player. And so I think part of the reason why he was so thralled with Serena was because she just wasn't, she didn't give a fuck about none of that. Like, she just knew that she wasn't feeling him at first. And then when she started to like him, she just didn't want to rush things. She moved at her own pace regardless to whoever he was. So I knew that once she started to like him, that it was really genuine. Okay. That's for me. That's how I knew like they had potential to win the show. And ultimately they did. Okay. So lately they've been trending. And I ain't gonna lie, like I've been seeing like that cute little TikTok videos. I am just so like, oh, they is just the cutest.
The way this whole tastes. Fire pit passion. If you like pina coladas.
Okay.
Dog, you ain't even really let me talk. I don't eat no fucking well, dog. What the fuck is you talking about?
Hey guys, the most important part of the date we left out was...
I asked her out.
He asked me to be my boyfriend.
She said no.
No, I'm just kidding. I said, have a boyfriend, guys.
I got a girl. Yeah, fuck me. What it is, fuck no.
Sorry for his outburst.
Sexy nigga right there.
You haven't seen the best part.
You could put your TV right here.
Okay, now we just need to figure out how I'm going to...
I'm on the clock. Go ahead, auntie. Hey, old as hell. Hey, she millennial for real.
Don't do me, I'm a cougar.
I'm a cougar, honey.
Like, shut up.
Look at her, y'all. It's too goddamn early.
Shut up.
And she over here need to just drive. Is she worried about the road?
In your hair, child.
Pay attention to the road.
In your hair.
Y'all, this shit was not
Y'all
looking
talking
like
about
this
my damn
early.
braids. Look at his hair.
It wasn't looking like this earlier.
Yeah, look like it
No,
was.
it wasn't.
They are uber adorable together. Yeah, I mean, I sensed it from the jump, okay? So things are moving to the next level, and the reason why these guys are trending today, because I honestly, I hadn't been keeping track after the show ended. The last episode, the season, finale, aired like a couple weeks ago. So I haven't really been keeping track of them. I was trying to hold my breath and pray that they were still together, because the reunion comes out on August the 19th. So I was just trying to hold my breath until the reunion came out, and then I could see if they still together, because I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to be disappointed. But they've been trending the past couple of days. As you guys can see, they are clearly still together. Okay. So recently, Serena and Kordell, they took to this podcast with this girl, and she was asking a lot of questions about the show, a lot of things that the viewers wanted to see, okay? And she made a reference to Serena about the way that Serena went off on Kordell when he brought Daya back from Casa Amor. She made a reference about Serena, and I love the way he stood his ground, he's corrected her, and that just shows me he's really a genuine guy. The same guy we saw on the show, we got to see right now in the flesh. Okay, so take a look at this clip.
You made a mistake, you f***ed up, but you were so persistent and you handled it very well. Arguably, he was gonna grovel, he was gonna let you bitch him the fuck out and
I wouldn't
air
even
him
say
out.
she was bitching. I was just straight emotions.
Yeah.
She telling me how she feel.
Right,
That's
right.
what that was.
Right.
So, in other news, Kordell, you saw the video where Kordell was helping Serena move into her apartment, and they just announced that he asked her to be his girlfriend. Now, One of the things that I found so amusing on the show was the fact that it was such a big deal when somebody was asked to be someone's significant other, like their girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever the case was. And I felt like, God damn, like, if y'all ask me, the whole generation, this whole new dating world, because I've been in a relationship for 10 years, so this whole new dating world works a lot different. Because, bitch, I don't ever remember, like, you know, spending quality time with a guy repeatedly and, like, him asking, like, waiting on him to ask me to be his girlfriend. Like, you know, only thing a bitch waiting on at this point is for this nigga to marry me. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, first of all, he got to clear his credit and work out some of his debt. Then we could get married. But other than that, I've never known for a motherfucker, like, in the show, it's like such a big deal when someone asks, when one of the guys asked the girls to be their girlfriend. And I was just like, really? Like, I don't know. I can understand getting excited about that in elementary school or middle school, but, like, is dating really that damn difficult? Like, motherfuckers want to really occupy a lot of your time before, you know, they decide that they want to be exclusive with you. Like, is that how that works? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just one of those females that guys feel like is wife material. I don't know. I've just personally never had that experience. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I've dated guys, you know, had, like, you know, little friend dudes, but any particular dude that I spent time with, a considerable amount of time with, we go together. Like, it was never a discussion like, this my man, this my woman. Like, we go together. I don't know. It's shit just, maybe it's just different like that because of how they met. Who knows, y'all? But either way, I will still be watching this reunion on the 19th because I want to see everybody. I want to see how everybody turned out. Okay. Especially Leah and Janae. Now, recently, Serena and Leah were spotted out at the Chris Brown concert, and I was just like, ooh, I'm so happy because Leah, Janae, and Serena, they were really, really tight while they were on the show. And that's another thing I liked about the show too, because people really get to build bonds and you really get to meet some great people and build lifetime friendships. And I'm so happy to see that not only is Serena and Kordell still together, but, like, Serena still, as far as I'm concerned, she's still, like, besties with Leah. I'm not sure how everything worked out as far as Janae is concerned, but I'm hoping that she comes to the reunion so we get to know, like, is the three still a three, or is it just, you know, Serena and Leah? That's cool at this point. But either way, I'm just happy as a, you know, just at how things are so far. And like I said, I will be tuning in for August 19th to see how things go down at this reunion. And you guys just let me know if you want me to do a commentary piece on that. Like, if any of you guys ever, like, you know, watch Love Island USA, this is not like a small show. This is a very big show. However, I know a lot of you guys, my subscribers, y'all know, you know, a lot of you guys like watching Baddies and stuff, but I'm very diverse. So, you know, you got to kind of follow me a little bit. But I recommend this show to a lot of you young ladies, especially like the single people, because this gets to let you know, like, this show shows a lot about how the opposite sex thinks when it comes to things. You know, it's very interesting and you can learn a lot from watching other people go through things too. So if I was single, I just wish that I had caught hold to this show back when I was single, because, you know, it would have gave me a lot more insight about, you know, how to move and shit like that. But yeah, so that's all I got for you guys today. I just wanted to do a little light fun piece, some light topics or whatever. If you guys are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please and thank you. We are so close to being monetized. So close. I just need you guys to, you know, push us over the threshold, okay? We are a family here. Like, you know, y'all know, like, I'm just a regular ass bitch. I consider y'all like my friends. Like, hell, I work 2 jobs and shit. So it's hard to get out here and mingle. You guys, my subscribers, I get absolutely excited when you guys like commentate. Even if you don't like what I say, like it makes me very happy to like see that you guys are communicating. And I also get on there and I respond, okay, within reason. Like if you guys ain't talking crazy, like I'll get on there and I'll talk to you too. You know, I like to connect with people, okay? So regardless to whether or not you are subscribed, just feel free to speak your opinion, okay? Right, wrong, or indifferent. I will be right there to check you out and see how you guys feel. And with that being said, I love you. Deuces.